Yo, what's good, YouTube? This is Jay from TNJ, and welcome back to the New Orleans Kings franchise. This last episode, we got a glimpse of the future, but now we're back at the MLB level, 40 and 22. And let's just look at some of our injuries before we start out this episode. You can see we're doing pretty good at MLB level. Not too many big injuries right now. Jesus Aguilar has a minor injury, so does David Bodie. But then our minor league system, we haven't really had the need to move prospects up yet because of how well we are doing at the MLB level. And just looking at how we're doing as far as all-star voting goes, Alex Wood, 8-1. He is headed to the All-Star game more than likely. And Nate Jones is actually up there. He's doing extremely well out of the bullpen. But a surprise guy here is Corey Lee. He is second in the All-Star voting at catcher. So, wow. He is going to be amazing for us. I am glad to see that. That will be a huge boost of confidence. I kind of want to incorporate something where, like, if guys overachieve, they get attribute boosts. I'll have to see how to handle that. Let me know if you have any suggestions for that, because like I said, the game naturally just progresses guys and they don't really have a system to it. And I want to reward guys for doing extremely well when they're not supposed to. And I want to reward guys maybe that are old and declining. And maybe I will, if I have a 39-year-old that is doing well, I want a way to stop his regression if he's doing extremely well like that. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments section. So then we kind of move into the MLB season, get resumed into that, and we get a bad trade offer for Yasiel Puig. Derek Fisher, that's a definite no. Yasiel Puig is way better and is kind of close to his age, and Puig is like the best hitter in baseball right now. So that's just ridiculous. So now we hop into a critical situation here. Nate Jones on the mound, who is on the All-Star ballot. Let's see what he can do versus one of the best hitters in baseball here in the top of the ninth, trying to get us the win. So here is Ronald Acuna, who hits one hard to right field, and that one will skip right in front of Puig. And Atlanta does have their leadoff man on, as that brings up Freddie Freeman here, and he will swing and miss at that one, and that one will bring up the next batter. That's Albies to the plate here, hitting in the 5-hole for Atlanta with a man on first. Acuna does run, and he gets thrown out. Corey Lee with the defensive assist, but take a look at how close this play is. Acuna, his wrist got tagged, and look, his foot, I don't know if it's on the bag, but he's called out, and Semien with the nice tag, nice throw by Corey Lee, as this at-bat does continue. And look at Scooter Gennett just lollygagging over to this ground ball, and that is going to be a hit. Hopefully that does not come back to bite us. So here is Dansby Swanson up to the plate here with 2 outs. He hits one right past Marcus Semien, and that is a hit to the right, left side. And now guys on first and second. Travis d'Arnaud to the plate, and Nate Jones does get a ground ball to Mike Ford playing at first for the injured Aguilar, and that will get us the win. And look who gets another win. It's Alex Wood. 7 innings pitched, 6 hits, 3 strikeouts, 2 earned runs. He is doing amazing this year and headed to the All-Star game. As we advance a little bit and look at this, the Rays. One of my favorite teams to actually trade with is the Devil Rays, because they are kind of a team that has a ton of assets every single year. But they are offering Daza and they want Aguilar. This is a definite no, because Aguilar is hitting .315 and we just signed him in the offseason to a 2-year deal, and he's having a career year. And he's hitting in the 4-hole, hitting over 300. That is pretty much unheard of. And I do not like this trade at all. This one gets a no from me. We already have some center field depth with Justin Thompson. He is 70 overall and ready to be a star. So he's even 5 years younger than Daza as well. So we will say no to that trade. At least we're getting trade offers, though, here in Season 2. In Season 1, nobody wanted any of our players. So now let's hop into another 9th inning battle, this time versus the Oakland Athletics with Yasiel Puig at the plate, who drives one deep to left field. That one has some power, and it is run down. And that one will be the second out of this inning with Billy Hamilton at first base. And that brings up Jesus Aguilar, who they just tried to trade for. And Billy Hamilton running on the pitch. And he does get under that tag. And that was pretty close. So now Jesus Aguilar, chance to be the hero in this one. A pitch right down the middle, and he pops it up. Wow, that one was tailor-made. And that one will bring us to extra innings, as that brings up David Bodie here to start out the bottom of the 10th. He's hitting over 300 here in this season as well. He drives one deep to left field, and it knocks off of the wall, and it bounces back, and it's fielded by the center fielder, but a leadoff double here in the 10th, as that brings up our young catcher, Corey Lee, who was hurt last season, now is the starter, and he came into the season as a number 3 overall prospect, and he does ground out to first, but it moves the batter over, and that brings up Mike Ford to the plate, who's hitting once again down in the 220s. So hopefully he can come through, and it will give him some confidence. So now with a 3-2 count with one out, and he does get the walk, but it also sets up a double play situation with Scooter Gennett to the plate. On a 1-0 count, it's a pitch right over the middle, and you know Scooter will not miss that one. His clutch rating is actually in the upper 80s. No way he doesn't come through. And it's another win for your Kings, 4-3, 12 hits. Craig Stammen is amazing. He gets the win. He is also possibly headed to the All-Star game as well as a relief pitcher. He is doing amazing. So we had a favorable month of May. We went 20-5. Now in the month of June, we have another favorable schedule as we face the Baltimore Orioles, we face the Mariners, and the Athletics aren't doing too well this year. So if we can rack up the wins, we could create some separation here in the AL West. So here we are facing the Mariners, and here's Carl Edwards on the mound, a guy that I've actually considered trading for. And here is Clint Frazier to the plate. That's actually David Bodie, and he hits one to right field, and the Mariners come into our house and get the win as they win this one 2-1, a close one, and Alex Wood gets the loss. So we finally see a loss by Alex Wood, as that takes us to the Texas League All-Star game, as we are on the South going up against the North. And let's just take a look at some of our All-Stars here at the AAA level. Jake Wilson makes it. He is 8-1. Forrest Whitley is also there. He is, just amazing. 8-0 this season. I could not ask for a better comeback year from him. Last year, he did not develop at all. Whitley this year is amazing. So is Teddy Polititis. He is doing well as well. So we have the top 3 pitchers here in the Texas League South in the rotation. 8-1. I believe that was 8-2 and 8-0. That's just amazing right now. Then let's look at our hitters here. Chucky Robinson, who is a decent catcher as a kind of development catcher. He's in his mid-20s, still pretty young. I would say he has a chance to make the MLB roster, say, in 2 years as a depth guy behind Corey Lee. I think he's a really good catcher. So let's just check out Forrest Whitley. I talked about him last episode with this deadly slider. We're going to put it on display this game. There it is, up in the zone, just freezing the batter that time. As that brings up Kramer Robinson hitting in the 3-hole, and he does watch that one on the inside part of the plate. And that brings up the 4-hole hitter. Let's see what Whitley brings it with, and he has a slider right over the middle, and it is ripped to left field, but he gets out of the first inning, no damage done. So now we move on to the 5th. There is that slider again. This slider is probably the best pitch in our organization right now. Another swing and miss. Whitley is on a roll. Now here comes the 7-hole hitter. There's the slider again, and it's a ground out. This pitch, I'm telling you, is going to win us games in the playoffs here in this series. So let's just go to our offense side of the ball. There is Shane Bauer, who actually made the All-Star game this year, hitting about 280. So that brings up Nate Barron, who I did sign in the offseason as a free agent and a prospect. He's 25 years old. Switch hitter. He flies out to right field. He's about 68 overall right now, C potential. I still like what I see out of him. I know a lot of you guys said he's kind of older, but, you need guys that are good right out the gate and maybe in their mid-20s. He still has time to develop. I mean, he doesn't have to be great right away. And let's check out Teddy Paulatitis on the mound now, who is B potential. He was our second pick in our draft in the first year in the 4th round. And there is a fly ball that time. Shane Bauer playing at second. And now with 2 outs, let's see if he can get out of this inning. Here is a line drive to center, and it will be caught that time. It looked like that one hit the ground, but it looked like it was ruled a catch. And now let's take a look at our third pitcher here in this game. It is Jake Wilson, who has 2 losses on the year. He does give up a hit to the right side this time, and it makes it all the way to the wall. And the Texas League North do get on the board that time with a double. Let's see if Wilson can pitch his way out of this one as he gets the next batter to fly out to right field. And that one will be the first out of the inning. And now that brings up the 9-hole hitter with 1 out. Hard ground ball to shortstop, and that is going to be the second put out of this inning. And let's see if Jake Wilson can get the 3rd out. And with the leadoff batter at the plate, another ground ball to short. So our pitching prospects do pretty well in this game, as we do get the out there in that inning, as that brings up Chucky Robinson to the plate. Let's see what he can do. He is 0 for 2 in this game, but he will strike out on the low and outside slider. And we do end up losing this game. The Texas League South All-Stars do end up losing, but very, very encouraging with the pitching that we got in this game from Forrest Whitley, also Jake Wilson, and Teddy Paulatitis. So now we hop back into the MLB schedule. As you can just see how we're doing so far. We're not doing as well as the month of May, but still winning some good games. So now towards the end of the month, we go up against the Orioles and the Tampa Bay Rays. And you can see we win the first game in this 4-game set versus the Rays. Now we're up 5-4 in the bottom of the 9th with a chance to win the second game. And we do just that. We get the second win in this series. And then we end up losing the 3rd series. So that was a 3-game set, actually. But now we move into the next series, the New York Yankees. And they are not doing well so far in this franchise. They dropped 2 of 3. So we are at home here for this game. And let's see if we can complete the sweep here to end the month of May. As we head in, actually the month of June, as we head into close to the All-Star break. As we are down in this one 4-3 with Pablo Lopez on the mound, who is 6-2 on the year. And we do bring in Stanek, who does give up a home run that time. And now it looks like we fall behind, and we lose this one 8-3 as Pablo Lopez gets his 3rd loss of the season. And we do lose the final game of the month of June heading into July. And let's just check up on how our players are doing now, as now David Bodie leads our team in average. It was Puig for a while, but now Bodie's hitting pretty well. He hits in about the 5 and 6 hole. I like what he does in the middle of that lineup. Yasiel Puig does go cold. His average drops to about 280, and that's kind of where he's been in his career, about a 260 hitter actually. So it's a little bit above his career average. I wasn't expecting him to stay hot, but Corey Lee is probably headed to the All-Star game. He is hitting very, very well in his first season at the MLB level. Now, talking about guys that are dominating right now, Alex Wood, 10-2, .99 whip. He is doing amazing. 96 strikeouts to 22 walks. Jose Urquidy having a big bounce back year. 67 strikeouts to 24 walks. He's 7-4. I love what I'm seeing from him. The 4 and 5 spots in our rotation are kind of questionable right now. I don't really know. Armenteros isn't having the greatest of years, but he's not having a bad year either. It's really that 5th spot in the rotation I'm worried about, who I do have Brian Abreu there. He's not having a great year, but Craig Stammen out of the bullpen, phenomenal. And so is Nate Jones. He's on his way to the All-Star game as well. So you can see Corey Lee right now is 2nd in votes in the AL for catcher, 417,000, and he's hitting about 280. Alex Wood is the 4th leading vote getter right now. Like I said, 10-2 on the year. And then Nate Jones is also, I believe, leading the league in saves right now. He is on his way to the All-Star game as well. So one thing I do want to put on your guys' minds is the trade deadline. Now, we had Yasiel Puig added to the trade block. I do still want to see what I get offers for him. He has dipped in average, so I don't know. If we get a good offer for him, it would take maybe a lot, but he is still there on the trade block. And just looking at some other guys on the trade block, Andrew Benintendi, who is now a New York Yankee. I did not even notice that he got traded to the Yankees, but he did. And he is now with them. And just looking at who else is on the trading block, Tyler Naquin, Lance McCullers, Scooter Gennett. We also added to the trade block. He is an older second baseman. I'm not in love with Scooter Gennett, so I do want to see what I can get out of him. I did add Jose Urquidy. He is an A potential guy, so just wanted to see what I can get out of him. I don't think he's going anywhere with the bounce back year he's having. But then looking at the rest of the trade block, interesting guys here, but I don't know if there's anybody that I really should go after right now. They do have some interesting guys like Ryan Burke. There is an A potential middle infielder. I don't really know if I need it right now because I do have Scooter, but if something did happen to Scooter, I might try to go after somebody in the middle infield. So that's going to do it here in this episode. And next episode, we will hop into the All-Star game and a little bit of action after that. Lamont Wade Jr. is a guy that you guys said that I might want to go after as well. He has not had a lot of MLB experience, but he's really good. He's A potential, though, so it could take a lot to get him, but we'll have to see. So let me know what you guys think of this team and who you guys think, if any, I should go after at the trade deadline. Hit subscribe. Hit that like button. Stay tuned. Let's get it. Let's go.
Yeah, they filling out these job applications. Life got hard after high school graduation. I went to college and your boy got financial aid. They gave me money, then I went and bought a pair of J's. And I bought a pair of shades. And I bought a new computer. Had $400 left, spent the rest on